Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to be doing a demo and a review of a chatbot developed and or funded in the United Arab Emirates. And to me, this is very interesting because I think this is the first AI model, specifically K2 Think, that has come from the Middle East that I've actually tried. And I think that this is really cool. I've tried models from China, Japan, Europe, America, and other places, but I've never tried from the Middle East, and I think this is really cool. So it's you can try it out at k2think.ai, and if you're so interested, you can run it on your own computer. And there's a Hugging Face page for it. Just search for K2-Think. And when you're on this first on the site, you should know that actually you can use this without an account, but I guess they limit you to 5 messages. But I do think it's worth making an account just because you can save your work. So you can register here, and this is what it looks like when you register. And this is the claim. I don't know if this might be true. I don't know. But it says K2 Think is the world's fastest open source AI model and most advanced open source AI reasoning system ever created. At just 32 billion parameters, it delivers frontier level performance with small model efficiency. And some articles from the university itself that I guess it's one of the main groups that developed this. So this is from the Mohammed bin Zayed University, and I don't know if this is of artificial intelligence is part of that university or if it's a separate university. But and just so you know, Mohammed bin Zayed is the president of United Arab Emirates, and he's basically the leader. Or he is the leader, and he calls himself president, but I guess you could think of him as a king almost. Let's see here. And yeah, here's more information. So if you search on their website, you can see these articles. And I actually first found out about this on Slashdot, and yeah, it's very good. So I thank Slashdot for helping me to find that. Now, after you're logged in, it might look like this, and yeah, it does have you might see the cookie notice, and you can see it has a similar design to a lot of other AI chatbots. So for example, this looks kind of like ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Google Gemini or Cloud and so on. And on here you can change from light to dark. And you can have a new chat and you can see your previous chats. If I deleted it, but if I had previous chats I wanted to look at, you can do it there. Now, one thing I like to test models out with, something very simple, is tell me the speed of light. So it's probably already trained on this, but I like to see the output. Okay, so it gives an accurate answer, which is great. So this isn't really very useful for us. You can just look that up in a textbook even. But I like to know that it has some basic science knowledge. And here's something that we can, I think this is kind of interesting. It gives you the usage completion tokens. So that's kind of interesting. If you're kind of interested in actually how the AI works, that might be interesting to look into. You can say this is a good response, bad response. You can regenerate, and it gives some information about the speed, the tokens, inference time, and so on, which I guess is kind of interesting. And specifically here, copy. If you click on copy, I haven't actually tested this, Yeah, so this should be markdown code. So when you click on copy, you can have it be markdown code, and then you can use a site like, for example, markdown to HTML, and then you can put it, for example, in a Google Doc and work like that. You might be able to copy it just directly by copying like this, but it's probably a better idea to copy it into markdown code and then to convert it and, for example, put it in Google Doc. Okay, so, and you can see here on the left, that's a chat, tell me the speed of light. Let's go do a new chat. And what I like doing is I have a list of prompts, questions. I like to use, some of them are questions, some of them aren't, but I like to, uh, well, anyway, they're all prompts. What I want to say is I like to ask AI models some of these questions to test their quality. So let's try this one here. Describe the potential benefits and risks of colonizing Mars. And I'd like to know what it thinks. So I like that it gave a very fast answer and it tells you the speed, which I think is really cool. I honestly haven't seen this on any other AI tool, which I think is so cool. Even I've tried Swiss AI recently. That didn't show this. DeepSeek didn't show this. I haven't seen this on any others. So this is kind of unique. Okay, so here's the potential benefits of colonizing Mars: scientific advancements, technological and innovation, human survival redundancy. So give some really great answers. Okay, hostile climate, dust storms, health risks, logistical and technical complexity, ethical and planetary protection concerns, and it gave a conclusion. So I think the answer was very good. And I want to put this in a text file, and I want to convert this to HTML, and then I'll put this in a Google Doc. And yeah, I think the conversion to HTML went well. Yeah, it looks almost exactly like there, so I think this is very good. And so this is definitely a very smart model. And let's ask it one more question. Let's ask it, see here. Describe the concept of quantum entanglement in simple terms. Okay, that's more of a science question. Let's ask it to write a poem. So write a poem inspired by the changing seasons. Be very interested to see how this goes. So again, it shows you, I don't know exactly what that, maybe that's so it's the speed of the output. I'm not exactly sure what that means. So the world's breath, spring unfurls like a slow, soft sigh. Frost loosens its grip, lets the earth rise. So we have some rhyming: green, scene, bright, night, humdrum, deep, keep, hand, brand. Okay, so it has rhyming. It's left aligned like a lot of poems. And spring's first kiss is a promise felt. Yeah, I think that's a very interesting poem. I personally, I don't really read much poetry, but I do think this is, uh, at least initially, it looks like an interesting poem. And yeah, so I think this is pretty great. Now, I've already tested it with some questions I've already pre-made, but now I'd like to ask it some questions about business. So for example, tell me how to run a business 100% online and remote and make, let's say, 6,000 USD or 6,000 euro in profit per month within 2 years. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is relatively simple, but the answer is probably complicated. I'm asking it about basically how you make an online business and how you can make at least 6,000 USD or euro in profit per month. And let's see how it goes. And I'm going to copy this. I'll paste it, paste the answer below. So I think it gave a really pretty thorough answer. So launching and scaling a 100% online remote business to achieve this monthly profit within 2 years requires strategic planning, validation, and consistent execution. Below is a structured roadmap to guide you. So choose a niche and validate the idea. So that sounds like good advice. Minimum viable product. Okay, that's fantastic. You don't want to develop the product, spend months or even years developing it if you don't know for sure that people are willing to pay for it. You probably want a prototype. So that's a really great advice in my opinion. So I have a niche and validate, set up the business foundation. Okay, sure. You're probably going to want legal protections, so develop the business. And even though I have a business, honestly, this is probably less important than the first one. But for sure, this is important. But you could just start it as a sole proprietorship and eventually transition into a company. But I'm not a lawyer, but I do think taking action is a key thing. So build an audience and drive traffic. So you want SEO, social media, YouTube, paid advertising, Google Ads, Facebook, email lists. So this is a really great advice. And optimize conversion and revenue. That's great advice. Scale strategically, automate and delegate, use chatbots. Oh wow, that's great advice. Okay. And track finances and adjust. And I'd like to know, okay, so you can export this as a CSV. I think that's really great. And I want to see what this looks like when I paste it in. So yeah, and again, this could have been downloaded as a CSV, but I think this gave really great advice. Okay, so this was a video about K2 Think, and this is a model, at least partially or maybe even completely funded in United Arab Emirates, which I think is really cool. So if you don't know, United Arab Emirates is located in the Middle East. And I think it's very interesting that they've developed this model. And you can try it out for free at k2think.ai. Or if you have a powerful enough computer, you could go to Hugging Face and run it yourself. Download the model and so on and run it. And maybe you can find the code as well. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe or follow my channel. Thank you.